what it's like to be African. Shit is wild, man. Shit is wild, but shit is good too. You know? Got a whole continent to yourself, full of just dark people. You can go traveling. You won't go skiing because it's too cold, man. Shit is too fucking freezing. Can't handle the cold. Even though I've been here for 17 years, it's still a little bit of getting used to that wind, man, that cold wind. But yeah, shit is cool being African. Like, it's different, You're not like everybody else. You stand out all the time, which can be a good thing or a bad thing, And if you want to stand out, then it's a good thing. But if you want to blend in, then you can't really blend in because everybody knows you're from Africa. Yeah, so it's just one of those things that just, you don't get to choose it. But if you had a choice, you would choose it. Shit can almost get you killed, but you're expected to be that fun person all the time and making jokes and all that kind of rubbish. But if you're out here studying, what are you being all uppity for, bro? But yeah, you got a bit of style. Being in Africa, you got a bit of style, a bit of dance. You can dance. A lot of basketball, but I'm not that tall, so I don't play basketball. I'll still cross you over. I'll still cross you over if I got a chance. But I don't really play ball. I play football, a bit of soccer. That was pretty good too. But over here, there's not really much of a path to professional soccer players. So I had to, leave that lane. I decided to go to university and all that. But that's for another video. Black women are beautiful, man. I just love everything about them. Even that attitude. I like that attitude. But yeah, I think, they want you to be somebody, and that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing, because I've had some advice before from a black woman. She was telling me, just go back and finish what you started. Those people can help you. Those teachers can help you with your life. But being an arrogant young man, I thought I knew better. Obviously, I didn't. But I think they give a lot of good advice, and you just need to kind of take that and make it work for you. Yeah, and you got a lot of family, a lot of cousins, aunties. It's almost like the Maori culture actually, but instead it's just more. You got more. They all live in one compound. That's what happens. That's what it was like when I went back in 2019 to go see my old man. And so, yeah. And what else? Being African is like knowing other Africans, like you see them walking on the street and you're just like, oh, what's up? What's up, my Afro? What's up, my Afro? But if you go to Australia, then it's just like, nah, they don't know, they don't do that. Ain't no acknowledgement, Ain't no acknowledgement just walking past. I reckon that's probably because there's a lot of them there, so you can't really greet everybody. And there's a lot of Aboriginals as well, so it's not like you're not used to seeing dark skinned people around there, so it's just like, it's just another one, so you don't really need to greet them or anything. But here in New Zealand, it's kind of like, yeah, I see you, man. Yeah, you cold too? Yeah, I'm cold too. Yeah. So there's that. So there's sports. There's like comedy shows as well. A lot of Africans do comedy. I watch that. It's funny and shit, but like, I don't really, I wouldn't want to do that for a career. But I think it's alright if you want to do that. You can just become a comedian or become a performer. That's kind of why I didn't want to be a soccer player, because all you do is just play soccer all day. You probably just practice twice, maybe not twice, maybe like 3 times every week. Game day, then you gotta recover and get back to it. It's just like, do I want to do that for like 20 years? Nah, I'm alright. I'd rather just go and study, use my brain and shit, What else? Food? Yeah, you should try our food, definitely. That food is nice. That ugali. that ugali is nice, man. A lot of people want to, copy that or, put rice in it. Nah, just straight ugali. Don't put that rice stuff in there, bro. Straight ugali and some vegetables, or if you don't like vegetables, some meat, some meat. Yeah. So that's that. There's a lot more than that actually. There's 54 countries in Africa, so it's not like you're gonna run out of food or anything. It's just you can try a new flavor every week, every day if you wanted to, and you still wouldn't be able to finish all of them. So there's that, and then there's a lot of a lot of culture as well. So there's culture. There's a lot of different cultures living together. Just because the lines were drawn and it wasn't really thought out properly because it was done by some people who didn't understand the culture. So you have a lot of different cultures next to each other, and that's why they have a lot of disagreements and stuff. But like, yeah, I think it's important to kind of appreciate every culture and know that like they're not that different. You know, there's a lot of crossover and a lot of like similarities between the different cultures. But I understand like your culture is your culture, and you know there's some things that you do that other people don't do, and so you need to kind of practice your culture quite a bit. I think that's cool as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Voting, yeah, there's a lot of like democracy chasing over there. So there's a lot of people who want to just, as soon as we get the vote, we'll be good. But like, you only vote once a year, so you gotta like, what are you gonna do the rest of the time? Not even once a year, maybe like once every 4 years. So what are you gonna do the rest of the time? You can't just wait for an election all the time. You gotta do something else. So, just these days, man, like the disadvantage is not that big. It's still there, obviously, but like you gotta do something. It's a competitive world, and you gotta compete somehow, bro. You don't want to be left behind. So you want to compete, They got people going to Mars, bruh. And you can't even go to Europe. So, it's like, what's going on? You're going to be left behind. Yeah, so there's that. Just black woman, beautiful, smart, intelligent. But, maybe a brother's not as successful as you, so it's all right. You don't need to. You can help. You can help. It's not just him to do everything by himself. So there's that. But I think it's important that we start to get along again and kind of just come together again and just I don't know, just party, I guess. Maybe just party. Maybe just chill and just relax. You've done it. You're here. It's not like you need anything anymore, so it's all right to just kind of chill and enjoy yourself. Like, I know there's a lot of pressure on you to just kind of keep competing with these light girls and shit. So it's like, yeah, for me, I like the dark ones. The dark ones are the best. The super dark ones. But hey, it's not really a problem. 50 shades darker, 50 shades lighter. It's all good. I think it's important to kind of see them as equals, But the darker ones, it's just a preference, So there's that. That's about it. So that's what it feels like to be African. You're just like, everybody loves Africans. But nobody loves Africans, Nobody wants to be African at the moment. But I think if you're lucky enough to be African, man, you got it good. It might suck sometimes. There might be a lot of hate come your way. There's a lot of hate. Like they reckon you're up to no good. You're up to no good, but it's like, come on, man. I barely break the law. I try my best not to break the law. Sometimes I'm going 52 instead of 50, get pulled up, and then your alcohol level is over the roof. We need to take you back and have a blood test. Fuck, they're gonna take my car. Had my car towing a few times. It's the worst, like getting locked up in that cell is the worst. But it's just like, don't pull me over for no reason. If I'm doing 52, man, think about it. Like, it's gonna make no difference, you know. But yeah, I guess you gotta follow the law, and I try to my best, you know. But I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect, and I think it's important to kind of yeah, just follow the laws and do your best. I think that's important as well, to kind of just do your best. And yeah, it's wild out there being African, man. Everybody thinks you can run. You're a fast runner, and that's absolutely true. You know, even me, I used to be a fast runner, 100 meters. You know, in about 5 seconds. But yeah, I think I can do probably like 13 seconds now, which is still alright. But it's like, yeah, you know, all this aid and shit. Like, do you take aid? Like, do you take donations? Yeah, fuck yeah, I take donations. What else? Yeah, don't you want donations? But yeah, I think I used to work for a donation company, not for myself, but like I got paid by the hour, and what I had to do was stand on the streets and just kind of like you know, try to get people to donate to charity and stuff. And so what I would do is like be like, you know, your donation can really help a child out. You know, it really does help. You know, I used to be one of those child, and you know, your donation helped me out, even though I wasn't. You know, like, you know, they're not gonna follow up and be like, oh, which organization did you? Nah, they're just gonna think, oh yeah. He looks like it. He looks like he took a bit of donations, but you know, I think that was a good job to have for me. But you know, it just sucked because you had to stand outside in the cold all the time and just ask people to put in their PIN numbers and their credit card details and all that. You know, wasn't credit card scamming. Nah. Wasn't doing that. I was just getting paid by the hour, so I had to sign up as many people as I can. But yeah, so there's that. It's just like, are you allowed to, you know, do things that you want to do? And if you're not allowed, can you still do it? You know, would you still do it by yourself? Would you still do it as an African? Would you do it? And so you have to be like, nobody can give you permission. You just have to take it yourself. Nobody gives you time. You got to take it yourself. So I think it's very important to just kind of be more assertive and just kind of find that middle ground between being, you know, leaders and being people who wanna just continue and move forward. So I think that's quite important as well. You gotta like hip hop, man. It's just it's great. Like, yeah, you can, you know, I have a few rock and roll songs that I listen to on occasion, but most of the time I'm listening to Future Hendrix and you know, Drake's alright. He's alright. But you know, he's yeah, he makes music for like when you're already successful and you'll go like, you know, in the bank and you just want to chill out and listen to, you know, how you made it and all that, so you can listen to Drake then. But if you're in the field, if you're still in the trenches and you're listening to that, you might get demotivated and not want to, everybody's already got something, so why am I even trying anymore? But I think you need to have like Future's good. The bro is like, he's a fiend for that lean. He hasn't started drinking beer yet, which is like crazy because he's almost 40 something and he hasn't drank beer yet. So you know, that's another funny one, man. I like Feds did a sweep, you know, picked the dog up like an infant, which is cool. I like Mask Off, Percocets, Molly Percocets, Chase a check, never chase a bitch, and chase a bitch. It's like, yeah, that's a cool one as well. But what's my favorite one? Life is Good by Drake and Future is one of my favorites. Solo by Future is a good one. Nothing is Promised by Future and Rihanna, so those are cool ones. But yeah, I think hip hop is cool. Just a lot of, you don't have to follow everything they do. You know, like sometimes they do shit that like questionable, so you don't have to follow all of that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I think those are the main things about being African that other people don't understand. It's like, yeah, it's just an experience. It's an experience that's completely different from everybody else. You know, you're not Chinese, you're not Anglo-Saxon, you're not you're not European. You're just you're African, and it should be celebrated. You know, it's cool. It's cool to be African. It's like, you know, you don't get sunburn, you don't get this, you don't get that, and so like, you know, you're strong. And you know, everybody loves an underdog story, so that's what it is. It's like the hero has to go through stuff before he can become you know, the champion. So he's got to go through different trials and tribulations, and I think that's what we're going through as well. We're being tried, and I think everything kind of ends up with like us becoming the heroes of our own story. And so that's what I reckon is you know, the African story. So sweet.